Hi everyone, Harris here with iDownload Blog. Today we're taking a look at the AirPods Pro 2, which I'm super excited about. I mean, these things look awesome and are replacing the very good, very popular first generation AirPods Pro. So in this video, we're going to go over how to use it, how to control it, how to maximize the sound quality and the settings and the features, how to find it when you lose it, all this kind of stuff, and some tips and tricks at the end. So inside the packaging, we get some boring paperwork. We get the AirPod case. Underneath that, you can find the Lightning to USB-C charging cable. And then finally, beneath that, we have the ear tips. And this year, Apple is including not just the small and large to go with the mediums that are already on the earbuds, but they're also including an extra small set, which should help people with, well, extra small ear holes. So that should be great, and hopefully this will allow a lot more people to have a comfortable fit with the AirPods Pro. So anyway, taking a look at the new case, it looks almost just like the old case. And from my perspective, it looks like it's identical footprint all around, which is very impressive. Apple didn't make this any bigger. Even opening it up, it pretty much looks the same. You can see there's a slight difference with this AirPod now has the extra little port up top. You can see that doesn't exist on the other ones. Then turning it to the side, you can see that you do have now a lanyard slot. Would have been cool if Apple threw in a simple white lanyard with this, but I'm sure they'll be happy to have you pay for that later. Then on the bottom, we have something really nice. We have a little speaker, and this speaker will allow you to find the case when you lose it, and that's awesome. And then on the back, we still have the reset button. So if you ever need to pair this to something like a Garmin watch that I use, you just hold down this pair button for a few seconds and it'll put it into pairing mode. Or if they're ever really misbehaving, you can reset it and just reboot it and reconnect to your phone. Now, the beauty of these headphones, and that goes for all of Apple's AirPods and even the Beats that they release too, is that all you have to do is pop these open and they should connect to your phone. So we'll give it just a second and boom, there we go. You just click connect and that's all there is. Like, that's just phenomenal how easy that is. So you click connect, you wait a couple seconds, and boom, you're good to go. So we'll give you a little guide on how to use these headphones, but we're gonna talk about that in this video. All right, so now once you're connected, if you wanna go in and customize the settings, they make that really easy now. So right when you open up your settings, if you have iOS 16, you can see the connected device. For me, it says AirPods Pro right there. So I can go ahead and click on that. But you can also go into Bluetooth and find them in your Bluetooth settings. So if you click on the little eye or you just click on that, you can go into your settings. There you can see battery life of your earbuds, battery life of the case. You can also change the name, so you can put your name in there just so if it pops up on someone else's phone, they know it's not theirs. You can control the noise cancellation option, so turning it on, turning it off, or the transparency mode, which basically lets more sound come through than normal. And finally, you get this nice setting, which you can change what happens when you hold the little stem on the side, which we'll talk about in just a second. You also get the ear fit test, so you can use this to make sure that you have the best fit and the best ear tip. So Apple will guide you through that. So if you're not sure if these earbuds are working for you with the right fit, you can do this test and it will help you out there. There's a new adaptive transparency mode, which is pretty smart. And so if you're using transparency mode, which is the one that boosts the sounds around you, this will actually try to limit super harsh sounds. Like if you're walking past construction, it'll try to limit that jackhammer from coming in and just destroying your ears. That's awesome. There's automatic ear detection, which basically means that if you're listening to music and you take your earbuds out of your ear, it will pause the music, which is really nice. And then finally, you can have it on the Find My network, which you definitely do want this. And you can also optimize the battery charging, which you should also do. Okay, so let's take a look at the earbuds themselves, because this is what's really cool. So on both your earbuds, you have this little flat plastic piece right here. And when these are in your ear and you click on this, it'll sound like it's clicking in. It's not actually clicking. What's really happening is Apple's just playing a click sound, but registering it as a click. Now that's awesome, because if you click this one time, it'll play or pause your media, right? So one click to pause, one click to resume or to play. If you do it 2 times, it'll skip forward. That's really nice. 3 times, it'll skip backwards. Great. And then if you hold down, that's where you can have it do one of 2 things. you can have it either change the noise control, and from there you can have it go between the noise cancellation and transparency mode, so you can quickly change between it blocking out sounds and letting sounds in by holding down, or you can have it activate Siri instead, which I don't personally use because you can always just say, "Hey Siri." Sorry if that triggered your devices, but you can choose between whether it cycles between your different modes or activates Siri. I personally have them both on noise control because I just think that's more useful out of this device. Now within the noise control setting, you can choose between if you want to cycle through all 3 modes or just 2 modes. I personally don't have the off mode turned on when I'm using this because I don't really think it's that important, so I leave that off. And then finally, there's the new feature of being able to swipe up and down on the touchpad to make your volume go up or down. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one earbud in my ear and have one outside. And then I will connect this MagSafe charger with the stand so you can see the phone. Okay, you can see I'm swiping down and the volume is going down, and I'm swiping up and the volume's going up. That's a really awesome feature right there. Now outside of that, if you want to check the battery life of these, you can do several things. You can enable a battery widget by holding down on the home screen, clicking the plus at the top, and then go down to batteries. And there you can tap and hold on a battery widget and drag it down into your home screen. Now there's also the added benefit in iOS 16 of being able to do this to your lock screen. So if you hold down your lock screen and customize, you can add a widget that includes battery, which will show you the status of your AirPods battery very quickly, which is great. Now you can also swipe down from the top right to get into Control Center, and from there you tap the little AirPlay icon, and then that will give you your battery percentage right there. You also have the ability of making sure that you can click to turn this on, or go back to your iPhone's audio if you just want to play out of the speaker. And if you're listening to this, you can also do share audio, which means that it can send your audio to multiple pairs of AirPods if you have a buddy around you who also wants to listen to the same thing you're listening to. Now, if you hold down the volume slider right here while you're connected, of course you can change your audio up and down, but you can also change the noise control option manually. And then you have a couple spatial options for tracking your motion when you're using this device, which is very handy. What's really special now is you can go into the Find My app and you go into your Devices tab and you click on your AirPods, and I'm just gonna kind of blur out my address there. Now if I click on one of those, I have the ability of playing a sound, which will play a very loud sound from the speaker on the case, which is great. And I can also use the Find My feature to locate it more precisely with basically the AirTag technology that Apple's been using. And it knows that it's right next to it. So if you ever lose your case, you can find it if it's within range using the Find My feature, or play a sound and it will play a very loud sound. Now of course there are several ways of charging this. You can charge it with the cable that they included with it. You just plug that into the bottom. But you can also wirelessly charge. So here I have this MagSafe battery pack from ESR, and this is a battery pack that works for both your iPhone. So if you have an iPhone 12, 13, or 14, you can magnetically attach this to your phone and it will charge it. And there's also a kickstand right there, which is great. And this comes in 5,000 milliamp hour options and 10,000 milliamp hour options. So there's 2 here and they come in different colors. But what's great about this is it also works for your AirPods. So we'll go ahead and put this, and you can see that that light lit up, showing that this is charging, and the red light there signifies that it is low battery on the case. And then once this light turns green, that means it is done charging. So you can see that this is really handy. It uses magnets, and it also has a kickstand on the back. So you can use this for charging your AirPods like this. Then you can also then double down and charge your phone in just the same way with magnets. And if you wanted to plug in, you could also plug in the USB-C cable right into here and charge your AirPods at the same time with the wire. Now ESR also has some cases coming in a couple weeks, which you'll probably want to keep this protected because it gets scuffed up very easily and a drop could do some damage to the case. So ESR is the sponsor of this video. You can check out my code in the description if you want up to 20% off of your order of a case of a battery pack or any other ESR products. So make sure you check the link down in the description. And then this year, there's also the added benefit of being able to charge this from an Apple Watch charger, just like that. Now, like I said, if you wanted to add this to something like a Garmin, you go ahead and open up the lid, and then you hold down the button on the back, and that will put your AirPods into pairing mode. You see it flash white. And from there, you can connect it to a new device such as a Garmin, but you can also connect back and forth with your Apple devices. So you're not really losing anything when you do that. And of course, if you ever want to just check your battery quickly, you can also just open up the case and it will pop up on your screen. And this works on your iPad and your Mac too, although not this exact visual display. But that's about it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. Thanks so much for watching.